everyone is doing well. I am actually setting the volume as my friends come in, so bear along with me. Hey, as y'all come in, you know what time it is. Welcome one another, greet one another. Most of all, be kind to one another. This is your friend Gigi coming to you live. Excuse me for everything that I'm doing, but sometimes I have this volume on a different volume and things, so I am basically making sure it's on the right volume and things. I'm sure my friends will let me know as someone will enter in. I've had a good day so far, friends. Really a good day. Really a good week. Can't complain. Yeah, it's a good week. God is truly worthy to be praised. Let me figure this out, friends. As you come in, just know that's what I am doing. Just making sure that volume is up so that my friends can hear and things. Let me know, friends, whether or not y'all, I see it now, whether or not y'all can hear me or not. I was setting the volume and things. Yeah, the name of this message is Being Happy as I Live. Yes, come on, you all. Come in and bring your cup, your water, your tea, whatever you may have, and come on, let's talk about this conversation here. Yes, God is truly worthy to be praised. I appreciate all of my friends that have been supportive of your friend Gigi and things. Let me zip my jacket up and things. I really do. I appreciate my friends because you know what? I be trying, friends, to get here, to come here, and to continue to keep the videos coming once per week. And I won't say it be a struggle, but it do come about being consistent. That's what I'm going to say. It really does. You have to be consistent and coming here, whether or not you come on the same day, just from me and my thoughts, from my experience, just coming here. You have to stay consistent with it. If you're creating a channel or doing anything on social media, you just have to be consistent with it. Even one day out of the week. But if you're doing it more than one day out of the week, you definitely have to be consistent with it. So that's why I just try to come here and just, allow my friends to know I'm doing okay. But today I just want to say I appreciate you and things, and I appreciate all the friends that come and look afterwards and things. I really do. And of course, time have changed too, so I can't say whether or not it's a good or bad thing. It is what it is. It's all good to me. That's all I know. I mean, to me, it's like I slept a little bit more in, but I did set my timer. Yeah. How many of my friends appreciating this time change, if it changed for anyone? When I say the time, the time went back, up, forward. I really don't even know how it went. I just know that it just feel good, just let me say that much. But I want to talk about being happy or living my life, being happy in my life, in this season and everything, because that is so important to do to any of my friends. And the reason why I want to talk about this, friends, because it seems like each holiday season is always a different change that may go on in individuals' lives, that we're about, we do a reflection of who may be sitting at the table with us, because our loved ones may not be able to be there if they're not on the face of the planet of the earthly realm, or they could be living, child, and they just, you just not connecting with them. I'm just keeping it real. But for the ones who loved ones have passed on, and just adjusting, not being able to connect that way, and things, I'm learning to just move forward and just being happy right where I'm at. I take the moments and the time of my loved ones when they were living. I appreciate it, and I appreciate what they were pouring into me at that time and things, because perhaps whether or not you all knew it or not, and my siblings, when it comes to my sisters and brothers, the one who was living, I only had one living brother at this time. It was 6 of us, me including the 6. I will say that the ones that's passed on, I learned a lot, now that I'm able to do reflection and things. And what they taught me is that basically living life and being happy right where you're at. Things don't have to be perfect, but being happy. Nothing, matter of fact, was perfect in the lives of any of my siblings. But when I say not perfect, they was not bad people, let me say that much. They were just, they had their own careers, their jobs or whatever. But, everyone come with life challenges. Let me say that much, because now that I'm doing the reflection and things, I realize, each family have dynamics and different challenges that they may have to deal with individually. And this is a time to where about, seem like this year, and through the past year, but definitely this year, I'm doing reflections, to see what they deposit in my life and how I can carry it on and things. The one thing that I have been doing, I've been returning back to prayer with my grandkids that is here, and things that is where I'm at and things. I would just say that much. I have 5 grandkids, and of course, both of my daughters understand the power of prayer, but this is not a conversation to talk about them. I'm just saying it's just so important to incorporate that in family, because when you have that in family, it makes no difference whether or not you're living or whether or not you're dead. You get me? Prayer carries on. And just how prayer carries on, because I remember the deposit of prayer that came even when my mother was living. It was almost like, yeah, of course, it was sad moments and sad times, but when you think about it, life goes on. And when someone deposits something in your life, what I'm realizing, you're supposed to take that and you're supposed to really live your best life. When I say your best life, because your best life will be the life that you will be able to live for, and to live in the moment and to enjoy those moments, and not be so to the point to where about, you don't understand basically your purpose and why you showed up here. Some, it may take a cycle of lives to figure it out, but once you realize your purpose, it could be for love, it could be for kindness, multiple things. I'm just throwing that out there. It could be different situations, but once you get into that, you realize, life is basically like a point to where about I realize, am I really deserving? You get what I mean? To have breath in my body. Sometimes we can walk around here puffed up thinking that we got a right to live. And in reality, when you're doing the spiritual work, you'll realize that you're special and you're unique to be here on this earthly realm to do the work. And I say it like that. You're very special and unique. If you got breath in your life and if you're living, you're very unique. God have chosen you at such a time as this to do the work and things. And I see something on my phone and it's bothering me. I just want to push it up. And I am. But God have chosen you for such a time as this to live and to be creative and to be on purpose, and to basically to live in this life and to be happy. And if you're not happy, find that joy, find peace, find something that gives you that happiness. I don't care what's around you, what is trying to not allow you to be happy, because I'm telling you, I'm that friend. I'm going to just be honest with you. Certain things that will come in your life that will try to snatch joy from you. I can talk from life experience. I ain't coming here just because woo, 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 and whoa, 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 and I'm going on somebody else's testimony. I'm just saying, certain things can be in your life, and I see it like that because I'm just being honest. Certain things can be in your life to not just want you to be happy. It can make you want to just stay in the cycle in that pit. But I'm telling you, friends, if you understand that you have a purpose to live life and to be happy, you'll just be and you'll just move in it. And it feels so good to be that way, because I'm sharing with my friends, because like I said, I don't be talking to myself. I know that there is someone that this message or messages be connecting up with. Everything is not perfect in life, and I got to constantly continue to say that. Don't get caught up on the materialistic things and what it takes or what you may think it takes in order to be happy, because if any of those things disappear or if they fall apart, then where is your joy? Did it get caught up in, your materialistic things that was dangle in your face? That's what I'm trying to say, in order to make you happy. Or can you just be happy being abased and abound, as the word of God say? Can you be happy on that level? Because to be happy on that level, that means wherever you at, that's where God is at. And you're able to create joy, and you're able to enjoy the small, simple things. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just something about life roundabout now for Gigi. I'm telling you, latter years became a beautiful flower to me. I can't make it up. Meaning that it really became what you call a unknown thing that I didn't know what was there, but now that it's here, I love it. And when I say I love it, I truly love it. And let's go on this story. I'm going to talk about the, I'm going to chase a little rabbit. Y'all see this gray hair here? For a minute, Gigi used to color this hair and everything. And the reason why I used to color it, because I didn't accept my own being and who I was and what God was giving me. Now, I prayed for this hair, this silver to come in this way. And I really did. I can't make it up. I said, well, Lord, if you bless me to whereby it come in on that side and it, have that reflection and everything, how, describing it all just how it is. God did that. So what I'm saying, in the process, I had to accept the fact that, God, you created me this way. And when I was younger, I was young because you gave me the beautiful long hair when I wanted to wear it, relax, however, pin rolls, French rolls, or whatever. Meaning it was there. I did whatever I needed to do. And now I'm in my latter years. It's almost like, Lord, everything that you are showing me, your hands is in. And when it comes to now, and I'm just giving this as an example. Hey, friend, hey, tell them to smash that button. I appreciate you, okay, because they listen to you, okay, friend. I appreciate you. I really do. But what I'm saying, the story of this hair and everything is that last week I talked about everything have purpose and it do. So coming to full acceptance of and I call it my beautiful, hair that adorn my body and things, I love it. I love the simple fact that I no longer have to worry about the color, the messing up of my shower, the acceptance of who I am. When I say I truly love it, when I say I love it, I love it. I don't have a reason to say now I need to chase the hair color in order for me to feel good. Because once I do what I need to do, if I decide to put on my makeup, which I can do the thing and look completely, totally good, which I'm not saying it's anything wrong with me now, and I'm not trying to be what you call conceited and everything. I'm talking about the acceptance of just being thankful of what God had to show me, even on the blessings when it came to me just accepting right where I am in life. And it's a good thing. Don't let anyone fool you that it takes a whole lot to be someone else. Accept who you are and be who you are in life. That's what I'm trying to say. Be happy right where you're at. If it takes you to recreate your wardrobe in order for you to feel good, tell God thank you. You don't have to go in the stores to worry about it's that high price stuff. Now people do thrifting. They all on YouTube trying to show you how to put outfits together if you ain't keep some of them old school bare bottoms or the platforms or whatever. It's so many different ways to be creative with life. And the only thing I'm just saying, be happy right where you're at, friends, because when you're happy right where you're at, you can live life to your fullest and you can be happy. You can tell stories along the way. Sometimes, I have to straighten these young girls out. And I say it like that, these young girls, these young ladies out. When they be trying to think I be on their level, it's like, sweet, I done live. Because what you doing is like, see, you working to get there. I done did that service and I done did that time, and I done built up, you get what I mean, that particular part of my life to where, but I can say I'm happy. Everything else is good. But when you ain't, on that level in competition, because sometimes, I'm chasing a rabbit right now, but I need to chase this. Sometimes the younger generation, they mistaking the wisdom of the women. And I'm talking about the women now, because I can't speak for a man. I don't know what y'all go through with, the younger man. I'm just saying for the women. Sometimes the younger generation forget. We done lived lives for the ones who was doing good for themselves, or for the ones who done been in the workforce, and for the ones who's continuing to work. It's like, sweetie, we done built this, well, we own something different round about now. We doing what we want to do and basically telling God thank you and being humble. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you see, an older version of you, friend. And I'm talking to the ones that is younger than me. You know, tell God thank you, because you're going to once reach that particular age if you continue to live. And then whatever that's in you, that's what you're going to be able to press in, and you're going to be able to give out to somebody else. But if you ain't got nothing in you because you constantly, trying to compare and trying to compete, you don't have nothing to give, because you continue to live your life in competition with somebody else, when you just really just need to be, hey there, friend, how you doing? And welcome. You just really just need to be happy with where you are in life. Life is so beautiful. In other words, don't miss chances and opportunity to live life. Live your life. Be happy right where you're at. Tell God thank you. Because there is no competition really in life. As you get older, you'll see. I could have waited a little longer in order to reach this level, because some levels, sometimes you'll realize I'm not even ready to experience this right now. I could have waited on this until I was mature enough to deal with it. Certain things we just need to let it flow, and as they flow into our life, then you'll have a place to whereby, you can accept it in your life when things begin to change for you. So don't rush it. Just like the hair thing, I didn't rush the grand process, but since it's here, I'm thankful. I thought I had to hide it, and then I realized, man, my hair beautiful. I don't have no texturizer in it, and this is no lie, no nothing. I just get up, shampoo my hair, finger comb it, whatever, pop a little bit of gel from my hair, whatever, and just go. So my thing is, we all have a place in life to whereby we just need to be comfortable in who we are and just be thankful. Live your best life, not according to what somebody else doing, and not trying to imitate somebody else, because once again, you don't know what hell is in their household. Come on, Holy Ghost, speak. You don't even know how they live, and you don't even know what they got to go through in order to get their happiness, okay? Okay, and I'm saying it like that. You don't even know. You sitting over here think you want to be married and don't even know what the hell you got to go through. I'm just keeping it real. Some of y'all better off, if you're single, stay single. Because in order to have a husband, that means, you got to put on them wife's shoes. And you got to be willing to be mother and wife at the same token to that mate. And everything else in between if he's still active in the bed. I'm just keeping it 100 with you ladies, okay? And then if he ain't active, then you got to be okay with that. Come on, speak, Holy Ghost. Y'all ain't hearing me tonight. Hey, Being happy in life. Because understand this. See, a hole will outlast a pole. Because pretty soon that pole, it ain't going to function like that forever. It's something about a woman to worry about. We know how to maintain things, even when it comes to our household, okay? When it comes to taking care of things. We know how to run the whole household and not even skip a beat. Because God equipped us that way, period. We are equipped enough to do the things that men cannot do. This take away nothing for what a man don't bring to the table and how he takes and provide for the household. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying, being able to take care of your household. And it's not stressful to you doing the things. If you got children, being able to tend to their needs, being able to cook, wash the dishes, being able to be attentive to everybody, their mindsets, and including your mate. That's a job within itself. And then if you working on top of that, that's a whole lot. So all this pretending, trying to make somebody think that it's a fun thing, honey, that's work. And then now, don't let it be some smooth issues. And when I say smooth, them old smooth bad issues that spring up in the relationship, the whereby everything seemed to be perfect to people. That's why I say the devil is like, I ain't met nobody yet who got that solid, perfect relationship. I'm just saying. Everybody have issues, and I guess God just got me talking right now real facts, because sometimes when you be sitting around listening to these young folks, and that's what I say, these young ladies, and they be talking like, they poop don't stink, and I really mean that, the meaning that that's too much work. I'd rather stay single. I hear you, friend, that it is work. Now, let me say that much, and I'm going to come back that. That's called about being a wife now. It is. It really is. And if you know you don't want them duties as least, God accept your honesty, but it is work being that particular wife. It really is. But some individuals try to make it appear to be as if everything is perfect. I'm here to say, because like I said, I be listening to these young girls, and I be, just listening to them, and then, follow them home. The home front says different. They be arguing like damn cats and dogs. And yes, I said it like that. Like cats and dogs, okay? Like they don't even love one another. They don't, like really, like they got real issues is what I'm saying. So keep your mind off of these people that's in these social media streets sitting up here fronting like things is perfect. Things ain't perfect. I'm here to tell you, I done lived this life so long to where, but I can tell the truth and I can tell the truth, okay? Things ain't perfect at all. And if it is perfect, there's always a hit in another area in our life. I always say one area may be good and then another area then we'll hit with something that we have to always continue to present to God and be, prayerful about. That's what I'm saying. But child, when it comes to being single though, believe it or not, and I read this in the Bible, that it would be best to be single because we can serve God more. Now, some of y'all Bible scholars, go on and pull it up. And now I get it. Because, see, and this ain't got nothing to do with now being single and then you getting out there being buck wild, talking about you want to have your legs open and you want everybody to fall into it. And so then, you got all them spirits coming from out of you. We got to do that cleansing and not purge when, we done fornicated before we done got married and we done had all them spirits up in us. And then, we bringing them spirits to the table and then we marrying, and that's where about that entanglement and soul ties come. And then you never know the individuals that you're dealing with because you got all them spirits that's trying to come out of them because they done entered into you. Because for every sexual deed that you entangled yourself in, it does become a soul tie spiritually. So then when you connect with somebody else, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So when you do begin to settle down, that's why you got to get that proper counseling, because you got to really understand the things that you entangled yourself in so that you don't bring all them spirits to the table, because they talking, whether or not you even understand they talking or not. Because if they were not a virgin when you got with them, guess what? All them spirits that's in them is falling out of them. And that's on both parts, male and female. That's why if a person don't do their spiritual cleansing and purging, you got some work to do. Because you don't know what you're getting into at this particular time. You don't know. And I'm just saying this because I had to learn this stuff. I didn't even know it. I had to learn it. And now by me understanding it, I get it. The reason why it's good to know the bloodline of the mother and the father. It's just good to know who you're entangling up with. Who were they with? I don't even know why I'm on this situation. Who were they married to, their last marriage? If they were married, how did they treat the woman? I'm talking to the women. Do they have a relationship with their mother? Or with their father? How's the relationship? It's good to know all these dynamics, because if you're looking at, if you queen bee and you have to change who this person's spirit is, you can't do that at all. The only thing you can do is sexually lay your body out for it and be pimped in the bed and just assume you got power. And then you use the spirit of manipulation, Jezebel, but there's controlling mechanism to ain't nothing broken. Period. I'm just saying from life experience and things. So yeah, so you someone is saying something, that's too much work. It says, hi Gigi, hey. Someone is saying, hey, thank you, friend, for acknowledging friend. So all those things come in dynamic when you saying relationship driven and getting into a relationship, because I'm telling you, some of this stuff, if I would have just remotely known, I began to understand it the more and more I began to be in my own classes when it came to theology and then being in counseling. The more and more this stuff was poured out into me, I began to say, this is a whole lot of heavy work here. That's in a marriage, in a relationship, things can work, but the two have to be willing to do the work and not one when it comes to relationship. you know, really, it really do. So can relationships work? They can. I'm on this situation for a reason. Now, I was talking about living the best life, but anyway, you know I like the flow. So things can actually work, but you really have to be clear and be honest with one another and not pretend. And because, see, we got another generation coming up that is not just my generation and not that the other young women generation, the generation that is like my grandchildren age. If they're not seeing, you know, the real, true examples and getting the real truth from family history of how things evolve, then it's going to be confusion. Good or bad, you got to share, period. Because there ain't no ignorance going to be told on the end, on my end. You going to know the truth, and you ain't got to like it. You just going to know the truth. Or you can just enjoy knowing the truth, because that's how I began to learn my family history. I ain't have to like none of it, but it was the fact that it was poured into me so I can know, listen, this is why some of the things here exist and why they appear. And I appreciate it at this time. That's why I'm able to come here and talk about breaking them generational cycles, because I had to do the work for myself, and I'm still doing it. Every time the enemy head raise up, it's if he want to appear in my life and like he got some territory. It's like, you know what, I ain't got no time for you right now. The only thing I got time for is knowing that I got a purpose, and my purpose is known because God granted me the permission in order to do the work, and I think for right now, I'm doing a good job. Amen, amen. And I say it like that because I have no fear of understanding the true part of my purpose and the true part, how can you live your best life and lives? How can you live your best life when you don't want to be happy? You know, when you truly don't have a solid understanding. You can't. You know, I mean, you can, I guess, pour some salt over the wound and say you're healed, but you really just can't. You know, you live your best life just by being honest and just by being true to who you are. That's how you live your best life. And once again, it's not about money. It could be, you know, for the ones who may feel like, you know, they may need more. You know, I mean, you can get money. Ain't nothing hard about getting money. You can attract money. Just change the mindset. Change how you think. Begin to put yourself in position around people that vibrate that money, and things will begin to change for you. You know, anything you want is already here anyway on the face of the earth. It's already here. I'm telling you, Gigi done lived a life to whereby it's so fun to talk about now, to the things that I have enjoyed, to the places that I was able to travel, and just to see without me not even knowing that I was going to go to them places, to the point that it just showed up. But let me tell you about that part of my life. When you don't expect things to be even at a certain point and stage of your life, when they show up, you know you walking in some greatness and with some heavy favor for God. And then now you got an opportunity to talk and to share about these things. What a blessing it is. What a blessing it is. So the main thing, friends, I just want my friends to know, don't let nobody hinder you in living your life and being happy. Be happy, you know. And when I say be happy, be happy. You know, even if you have to put on the right music in order to be happy. Do whatever you need to do to be happy. And I'm saying this because this is what Gigi do in her life. I do whatever I need to do to be happy, for real. Anybody else that may not be happy that's around me, it's like, that's your business. I'm not, you know, I ain't in your space. But I'm being happy in my life. You got to be happy, friends. In your life, we rolling around, what's this? This what? Thanksgiving finna come up. And you know, around the holidays, drama always like to kick off with certain families. Let me say that much. Now, you know if drama gonna kick off, I think I say this just about every year. Make sure, I ain't saying don't go around your family members, but be prayed up. And don't create a situation when you know that it can turn a different way, because it's already heated for you before you even get there. People be talking about stuff that happened years ago, and they living in that as of today. They don't even know how to release it. You know, they living as if it happened just now. You got to stay away. When I say stay away, meaning don't get in the conversation that would trigger things, you know. Keep your cool and keep your peace. That's what I'm trying to say. Because see, one thing about family, you can't really, you know what I mean, deny them, you know, because they're your family. And if you do, you know, go to the social gatherings of family, you know, just know how to maintain your cool. And if you choose not to, that's your business because you already understand the situation. So I'm not telling anyone to be in a situation whereby, you know, they're not accepted or they're not pleased. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, if you choose to entertain family around these holiday season, and if you know that it can be tension, you do the best that you need to do, and you just don't, you know, get in that particular pit. If they want to go back from way back when, childhood and all that, let them travel, okay? Don't let them project that foolishness upon you. That's what I'm trying to say. The same way you came there in peace, you leave in peace, and you be happy, okay? You'll know when it's time to go too, okay? You will. When I say you know, you'll know. Any questions in the chat, friend? Any questions? Any questions? Jesus just want to come here because, like I said, I be trying my best to get here. And I'm not going to lie to my friends. I'm semi-need some rest. I really do. But I do. I'm going to have to get up for my prayer time because I got to stay on my watch. When I say stay on my watch, staying prayerful and prayed up and everything. And of course, if none of my friends, if any of my friends are new to the channel, if you come back later on, this is the channel to where, but I do talk about God. I come here as authentic as I can and share personal things, you know, not so much to worry about now you need to know everything because, you know, that become itching ears then because, you know, it is what it is. But I do try to be helpful, you know, along the way by, you know, sharing and just with life experience. Because when I was coming up, that's what the older ladies did. They actually shared life stories. Let me see what you're saying. Thanks for sharing the vital information. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Yeah, they actually shared their life story, but they put it in a format to where about it was a life lesson when they explained information when I was coming up. And it was a pleasure to sit and to hear them talk because they always came with some nuggets to make you understand. They didn't necessarily have to spell out everything, but they gave you what you need. It was that sound wisdom that they gave you. And these were the women that understood how to run their life as well as their household without it being perfect. They were putting wisdom down because they wanted the best for the next generation. It wasn't about just them. They wanted to make sure that the next generation understood what went in and what went into them and what they had to basically fight for and to make a difference in order to have a voice, to give insight to an individual like myself. But now, and I'm just being honest, the generation now, honey, they think they know it all. That's all I can say. They do. They can tell you about their body parts and how to be clean and all that. It's like, sit down somewhere, okay? Because if you take a moment to listen, then you'll understand and you'll have more respect for an individual that done lived their life. And even if you don't, you'll understand how to be just quiet at times. Because when I was coming up, when the woman spoke, even if we didn't like her, she could have been the meanest thing on the block. I'll be like, don't you bother her. You better not say nothing. And she better not disrespect you. Whatever she do wrong, you come and tell me, let me deal with her. It ain't like that now. Now this generation, they will cuss you out. Not me, of course, because see, I get right with them. Yeah, I'm that friend. I get right with them, okay? Right with them. You disrespect me, I'm going to get right with you. Because I'm going to let you know, I know karate. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, you know, the generation just, it has changed. When I say it has changed, it have changed. And it's almost like no wisdom is being poured in. You know, it's almost like it's just being done half-heartedly. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, and you can't really even see. For me, I'm just coming from my own experience, from what I've seen. I don't see no real value, no teaching in it. It's almost like wrong teaching. And I'm like, what? You do what? Wait a minute. So, and I got to say this because we women. Thoughts are comfortable being thoughts now. And we used to call them home wreckers. You get me? Them harlots back in the day. And it's like, and okay, you okay with that? Because you think that you know, he ain't going to sling that pipe someplace else and he going to be all yours. It's like, okay. Because see, I was always told, however you get him, baby, you going to have to be sharing your man with somebody else. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, if you in here. Now, that's just how it was. It ain't had nothing to do with, you know, God don't love you. But if that's how you get him, boo, baby, he was a hoe when you got him. And he was lying then. So you think he going to be honest to you? I done seen it with my own eyes. So to be, ooh, I had to shut my mouth. I was about to say something. I really was. But what I'm getting at, the generation now, it's like they operate with no wisdom. None. And God knows I definitely don't want this pulled into my granddaughter to make her think that it's okay, because I'm like, no, it's not okay. It's value in you. You know, get somebody that's worth something. Get somebody that, you know, understand that he need to be a provider. He need to be that man like old school. You know, have that wisdom being pulled into you. You know, the way about you being talking about bringing in your money and then you basically doing everything. No. We ain't doing that. We ain't having that at all, because that's backwards. According to the word, let that man be the man. It ain't no roommating up off in here. You know, what happened to the generation now that it's okay for this? What happened? What happened? I'm just asking. Because, see, I wasn't raised up that way. How I was raised up, true enough, you get what you need. In other words, you get somebody that's going to be supportive of you, and you do what necessary you need to do, but not me chasing a man to whereby he ain't got nothing to bring to the table. Come on now. It's all about, if you get one, make sure he's going to be that provider, even with whatever you got coming in. So when things do now fall on hardship, you both can come, or whatever you got, of course you share. Ain't nobody saying you don't share. But women chasing men who ain't got nothing, I got to scratch all this beautiful silver hair right here. I've never been about that. That don't measure up at all. Let's know I'm talking. Oh, I want to build anything. Come on, ladies, I need y'all to talk to me. Or if some of y'all in this situation, don't be looking at me side-eyed because you done built your relationship up like that. I'm just speaking from my own truth. That's it. Hi, everyone. Smash the like button. That's right, friend. Thank you. Gigi just speaking from a truth of how, you know, she was, you know, just how I came up and things. It's just backwards to me right now. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's not even leaving a value, no purpose, you know, at all. At all. What is looking like is, you know, whatever God's word said, it ain't even the word anymore. Period. It's not even the word. It's not. I'm just saying, for me to get in that conversation, I didn't go so deep into that, because one thing about it, the young lady who said she'd rather be single, I'd rather be single if I got to be with a brother to worry about, baby. We talking about we for to be roommates. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because one thing about it, you can do bad all by yourself. For real. All by yourself. You can get your own credit. You can get your own home. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. You can do that. Period. Be happy in this life. That's the only thing I'm saying. And for those who do have that loving husband that get this, be kind to that man. Be his partner. Be his best friend. You know, really listen to him. You know, if he's of that kindness, because, you know, all mates ain't kind. Some of them mean as, you know, as the devil. But if he's a kind one and a gentle one, able to love you and to forgive and to build that household, you be that helper if you're in that relationship. You be the best wife that you can be. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. You do what you need to do. You do all that you know what to do, you know. You do that. But I'm talking about relationships that were about women chasing men and you desire somebody who really you basically got to build them up completely. When I say completely, they ain't got no education, they ain't bringing nothing. No other than the pipe that they got to lay and make you feel good. You know, and if I can be real genuine, they say they sell toys. Now, I'm not Christian, I love the Lord, but I speak the truth. You know, he making you feel that good? Huh? Okay. Let me see what my friend says. That's true. My parents taught me to be independent and put my faith in God. You got to be independent. You got to be. You got to be. Because if something ever happened and everything, then you done lost your identity. You have lost your identity. Now, I'm a woman, I'm married, but I didn't lose my identity because I was married or because I am married. I did not. I was able to maintain my job and my career because I made it clear with my husband. Him being military, I dare not travel, you know, and go different places and to give up a history moment timing and just career-wise for something that came into my life that was breaking moments. Just breaking moments. You know, and then just saying depending on that one income. I didn't see it as logic then. It's just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. And thank God I didn't because of the upheavals, you know, that I had in my relationship and because of the uncertainties. I'm just keeping it 100, you know, because then when you take true identity or when that woman have been there for that man for years and then when things shift, I got friends now to where about the rug was pulled from up under their foot. They got degrees, masters and doctors, but because, you know, they decide to just forget about their own life and not pour into them. And once again, I'm not talking about not being helpful to your husband. I'm talking about being that wife that you need to do, but you got to make sure you maintain yourself as well. Let that man be the man. Let him be the provider for you. And if anything change, you all know what to do. But don't put yourself out there as if you're seeking a man to make sure you take care of him. That's backwards. Just my thoughts. Completely backwards. Completely. Well, friends, I've said enough. I'm sure I have somebody comment later on what this conversation had to say. If anybody have anything to say at this time, I'm going to get off this chat. I just wanted to come in and tell my friends, be happy. friends, right where you're at. Be happy. Be happy. For those of you all that's married, continue to stay in your marriage if possible. Because I don't know your life. I would dare not tell nobody that talking about get a divorce, but be happy. Be happy. That's the best thing you can do, to be happy in this life. Thank y'all, friends, for thumbs up my video. I appreciate that. Don't you know when you thumbs up the video, what do it do? It pushes, I don't know what it do. It do something, as you can see. I don't know. How many of my friends want to see me come? And I asked this one time before. I think y'all said y'all did. Maybe once out of the week, just pick up the film, not necessarily sitting where I'm sitting at, just, filming. I think my friend said y'all did, because I be some places that I think that y'all will appreciate it. I love visiting your live streams. You always speak the truth, Miss Gigi, at Friends with Gigi. Oh, thank you, friend. I appreciate you, because you know what? You be telling them friends to smash the button. And when I say you do, I be laughing in my mind, because I'm like, you know what? She all right with me. She be like, y'all smash that button. Give Gigi some thumbs up. Because, I ain't never used to ask the friends to thumbs it up. But now this new YouTube thing, they say it's best, to ask now, because they done pushed out new rules. So I be laughing, meaning being appreciated, friends. So I thank you, for coming along. But, yeah. But I be in some places, friends, sometimes I'm like, if only my friends can see where I'm at this time and what I'm doing. Some of the things I can film and some of the things I cannot film. But I kind of have a pretty interesting, day. It said acquired likes helps your YouTube algorithm and it helps your content. Yes, you know that. And you know what, friend, y'all know now. I'm going to be honest, because Gigi is doing this all on her own and have been. And I will say this much. I don't bother my daughter to push me to get, subscribers and content, because I want to be just naturally and organically, if things begin to take off. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want it to be because, oh, well, her daughter helped her or whatever. No, I want to be able to come here and be able to do it on my own speak, and talk to my friends and things like that. That's why I say I'm thankful for all things. Just let me say that much. I'm very, 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 very thankful. But I will say, YouTube can be very challenging for new individuals that are starting off. But I will say, don't give up, and just keep persevering and doing it, because it's not something that I hear that comes easily. You got to put in the time, you got to put in the work, if you're looking for the monetary money to come from it. I'm speaking on that note, because monetary money comes with YouTube. If you continue to do it and things, they'll begin to send you a check once a month. But you do have to stay consistent and doing it and things, and build your audience. As some people may say, build your tribe. If you want to be small with it and things, perhaps, you can just stay consistent and stay small with it. Whatever you want from out of it, write it down, make it come to life. I just like coming here talking to my friends, because it's a way to whereby I can connect with my friends on YouTube, when my friends perhaps don't even see me on my daughter page and everything. Ain't nothing going on over there. It's just that I don't be on her page, as much, because of the things that she be doing and everything. Gigi fine and great, because I be hearing some people, saying, well, how your mom doing? Well, friends, y'all need to come on over here and see how Gigi doing, and get to share for the friends that don't come over here, and get to share with me while I go live, because I completely go live versus my daughter. Of course, she have to edit and do different things and all of that, so completely different. But if you're coming, over here, visiting me, let me say this much. I take nothing for granted. I appreciate, and when I say I do, I appreciate my particular friends. I do. I appreciate you all, because it is what you call just work, just by going live. How many friends that's in this chat right now, may come later on, have ever tried, ever tried to do YouTube and come and sit and just talk just how I'm talking? If you never tried it and things, it's completely different. When I say it's different, picking up this camera, talking. I don't care what nobody say. It's just different. It's different because you don't get the clip, you don't get the edit unless this live go off, and then maybe you want to take something out. But it's completely just rolling, that live footage. So whatever is being said, if you're stumbling over your words, that's what it is. So it's just a completely different film when you're doing things live, you know. So I appreciate live better because, like I said, it's time consuming to edit. It's very time consuming and things. It really is. But it's good, you know, if that's what you do and if that's what bring your monetary money in if you're on YouTube. But I hear for some people, see, I don't know why I'm chasing this rabbit about YouTube and live and all that. For some people that go live, they do good. Let me say that much, monetary wise. For some individuals, they do really good because they were consistent and they built up, you know, my audience base going live. So it works. Come on, friends. I'm waiting for any more questions because I'm here. And once again, like I said, I'm just sharing my own thoughts, my own experience from my own life, how I lived, and just my thoughts. You know, you don't have to receive it. Let me say that, friends. It's nothing that I want an individual to say that they have to agree with me. You don't. You really don't. I'm just telling you my thoughts and just basically how I feel on this particular topic, you know, of what I said. But the main important thing is to be happy. We're in the, as I stated, the holiday season time. You know, continue to press forward as we will be going into a completely new year. Look how the year have rolled upon us, although we're not there. You should write a book because you have a lot of great wisdom. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, back in the day, I did write a little big book, but it was more like poetry and things. I wouldn't mind doing a book about my life. That's what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't mind putting it on paper, you know, sharing about my life and everything and the different stories and things because sometimes I find myself going back, and as I'm sharing it with someone, they say, wow, you really experienced that? And I'm like, yes, I did, you know, but most of the things come helpful when I share with other individuals, though, to encourage them. You know, there are listening ears that you can help, but some people that feel like they know it all, child, and they understand all things, it ain't for them. That's what I'm saying. And, you know, I'm okay. And when I say I'm okay, I'm okay. I do, starting out in this video, like I said, I do have to let some of the young generation know to let them know, you know, you ain't growner than me. And right where you at, that's where you at right now. Because you sitting up here trying to get the way I'm already at. And I'm beyond that. Sometimes you have to break it off and people to let them know, sit on down somewhere now. You know, because I ain't one of these women that didn't do anything and that just had my hand out for a man to take care of me. I'm one of them women to worry about not only that I allow a man to pursue me, but also to know and to have good sense what a man should do in order to provide for that particular woman, because I'm old school like that. You know, you don't have to like it, you don't have to accept it, but also allowing how can I say it, for my understanding of what I needed to do to self-preserve and to self-protect myself. I'm just cut from that particular cloth. A lot of people may not agree with it. You don't have to at all. You don't have to. I'm just coming from that, you know, when I came up, you know how I was taught. You let the man be the man. And whatever he's bringing to the table, let me say this much. If you accept him right where he's at, don't get that man hell because you accepted him. Let me talk about that. How you going to give a person hell when you accepted him based on his pennies and nickels that he brought to the table? You wrong for that. He was good enough for you when he was laying that pipe, so why he ain't good enough now? Because you weren't thinking about that. You had a small mind. You was only on that pleasure note. So now that your eyes done woken up and they done became alive, you got to deal with him. In other words, Help him achieve what he needs to achieve. You got him now, so you need to help him achieve what he needs to achieve and everything. You know, if he's not where he needs to be at, then you need to help him to get there. Because that's what you like and that's what you say you love. Don't go talking about him now saying what he don't bring. Help him out. If he know if he don't have the skills and abilities to do things, teach him. Because perhaps that's probably the reason God put you with him. Don't just look at him and say, well, he can't do and all of this. No, that's what you wanted. See, it's power when you let a man pursue you, but when you pursue a man, it's different. For every cause, there's a reaction, you know, with an effect behind it. And the same thing with the reaction. So when you go out choosing a man and maybe he don't come up to your level, then you have to be accountable to know what you chose. You have to understand that you chose that. So by you choosing it, it was good when you chose it at that time. So why you can't be good with it now? You seeing all type of faults in him now because guess what? Your eyes done woken up. You realize you played yourself. But how about this? Find some good in it. You know that's what you wanted. So find all the good in it. I'm just saying. Friend, you saying so true. And I'm being honest. You know why? And in other words, why complain now when you got it? Because that's what you choose. That's why I believe, once again, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. But even so, when a man say he have found you, it's your duty now to make sure, not that your lust is lusting, the whereabout is so lustful till you ain't got common enough sense to know that he ain't even ready and level up for you. You gonna have work to do in this. So, in other words, stay out the bed from with individuals and stop letting them drop seeds of their entanglements of where they came from. Because you got to deal with all them entanglements they done been in. And then they got to go up in you and you got to deal with that spirit that you didn't even know what you had to deal with. I know what I'm talking about. On that spirituality basis when it comes to sexuality. And the reason why I know it, because I had to study them spirits on the demonology level of spirits, on the sexuality and talking about the Kundalini spirit. That spirit there is untamed when you don't know what you're doing. You'll rise up one way and then you'll feel as if you're dirty when you look at your life. Ain't nothing wrong with you no other than when you was in sin, when you made the choice. And God is a forgiving God and he can forgive you. He can clean you up. Period. Right where you at. That's why I always say, ain't nobody perfect in life. Sometimes we make bad decisions. You remember the lady in the Bible, the men was trying to tell, Jesus the stoner, because they talking about she had 5 husbands, and Jesus said, and tell me about your sins, basically. In other words, what Jesus was saying, I ain't for the stone her. Jesus didn't care how many men she had or how many husbands she slept with. The woman wanted to be cleansed. And he told her to be set free. While the Pharisees and Sadducees, they looking at her like she need to be stoned. She was tired of being that harlot and that hoe. I'm just being honest, according to Scripture. Then when Jesus came along, he the one that had compassion for her. So now who is me to say that God don't have compassion for you if you be true with it? But see, when you get deep in sin like that, you be flogging for so long till you have to wear that mask. And not even be true to it. You got to wear it. You don't have to, but it become your choice. Be happy in life. Be happy. Be happy where you at. For real. Like I say, support that mate who you chosen. Support them. Support them. Because you made that decision. You made that decision. Get some counseling on it. See where you're at in life. And then if it ain't working out, that's your business. Because I personally can't tell you what to do. That's your business. It's completely your business. It's work and marriage. That's all I can tell any of my friends. It's work. Ask me how I know. I'm a married woman, and I tell you, it's work in it. It is work and marriage. Don't let nobody fool you. It's work. But make sure you get you get that sound counseling that you need. Have you some women in your life that can speak life to you as well. Don't go if you got in your relationship the right way now. Not with your hands and your paws on somebody else's relationship, but if you know you got married and maybe you was ignorant in certain areas, I'm being honest, and now things are raising up in your relationship, get around some sound insight, somebody that can pour into you. And if God told you to pray and stay, you do that. Don't be abused though, but you do just that. But then, some as you get older, you'll see some people. That's why the vows say through sickness and through health. I got to say this much. People change when they get older. If your mate gets sick, you can't leave your mate now when they get sick. That ain't right. You can't leave them then because they sick. And because that ain't something you want to deal with through sickness and through health. If you got in that relationship the right way, through sickness and through health. If they going through completely mental things, I know it may sound crazy. I'm just keeping it real, through sickness and through health. I done seen people stayed with had stayed with their wife when that wife got sick. And I will always say, dog, that seemed real deep what that brother's going through. But he valued that duty. He valued that. And it spoke volume at that time when I seen it. And it was more than one relationship that I seen that way. So not only have I seen it with the women, but these are relationships that were about, I would say that, nothing was perfect, but they understood that value part. So it's not necessarily the women that I done seen, endure some things. I done seen men stay with their women when they got sick. They were there. Took care of them, fed them, did whatever they need to do. Isn't that something? Now that's something. Anyway, friends, I've said enough. What y'all gonna do for the rest of the night? Y'all gonna get up so that y'all can get up early? We done rolled up on an hour, friends, Gigi gonna go, like I said, I done had a good day. My nose is itching too. I wanted to get me some last minute exercise in, but I can do that tomorrow morning. I'm just gonna get myself together for tonight and things. I've already cleaned up the kitchen. I had a good meal. Help clean up. I had a good meal. We had lamb tonight. What else we had? Some good old chicken, some asparagus, and what else? Zucchini, and some homemade mashed potatoes. Oh, it was good. And no, I did not cook. But it was so good. I enjoyed it, though. Oh, that was so good. Lord, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Come, friends, let us close out in things. God, I thank you. God, I thank you for the conversation. I just thank you for the friends that actually come along and come by and just enjoy the conversation. I thank you for the individuals that is here because they want to be here. God, I ask that you cover and you protect their families, God. God, you be a blessing for them throughout the week. And you cover all their needs, whatever it may be, God. God, whatever relationships, God, that may need a blessing, that may need a healing, God, that may need answers, God, that even may need restoration, God. God, you know all things, God. And if there's any counseling that need to be done, any real and true confessions, God, God, let them come into you boldly, God, and not being afraid, and let them come with an understanding and a solution, God. Amen. Friends, you all have a great evening. Hello, friend. Hello. The chat is now ended, but I appreciate you coming in and things. I really do. If you're just coming in, support the video by going by watching it. Give it a thumbs up as well. It's okay, friend. I leave the video up as well. I do. Thank you, friend, too, for telling individuals to thumbs it up and to smash it. I really appreciate you. You are a breath of fresh air. You really are. Y'all continue to know that you're blessed and to know that you have the power, and don't let anyone disturb your peace, and be happy right where you're at, okay? I appreciate you, friends. Until next time, just keep your bell on. I'll be returning back according to the Lord's will next week. I appreciate you, okay? Thank you all so much. Thank you.